Namaste. We are happy to share with you the beginning of a new journey through Akshara Samagra Vikas Kendras in and around Hyderabad with 5 locations to start with. Every child is important. We cannot ignore just looking at the child. We do not foresee that this is the same child who could become a Bruce Lee or could become a Hitler or could become a Gandhi. Unfortunately, as a parent or as a neighbor, we kind of forgot the idea that today's child is the tomorrow's citizen, and is the same kid who would be doing wonderful things for himself, for the family, or for the society. So it's important to remember that, and each child should be taken care of in a wholesome manner.
Overall, holistic personality development is the goal of education. It has been the goal of education in this country. And now world over, everybody is talking in this matter that the education should not be lopsided, should not be one-sided, should not only be talking about the brain, should not only be memory-oriented, rote learning. People have understood the ill effects and side effects of these kind of lopsided learning patterns, and everybody is now talking about overall personality development. In our country, traditionally Bharat has been talking about overall life development. The life has to be understood in its totality, in a holistic and integrated manner, so that every individual is ready to participate in this beautiful festival called life and make it purposeful, achieve the purpose for which he or she has come. And for that, the education has to be supplemented, has to be complemented with, in the educational institutes they call it extracurricular activity, but those are also not sufficient. Families also are not completely equipped to give these sanskaras, these much needed cultural moorings and training to their wards. So with this in mind, a system of weekend classes with this overall personality development in the mind. So Akshara Samagra Vikas Kendra has been thought of in Hyderabad in different places.
This will be run on non-profit basis, and to keep it simple, we have 2 ways to pay the costs involved in this. One will be annual membership, and either monthly or quarterly divided expenses which are accumulated within that center.
It is the need of the hour today that we create a system, an institutionalized system to give such sanskaras, such cultural training to our children. And these weekend classes, which will be conducted by the voluntary, selfless, service-oriented acharyas, they will complement this formal education, which is only looking after the logical part of thinking part of the brain. The emotional part, the physical part, physical personality development, emotional personality development, and the mental personality development. The mind should be able to concentrate and should not waver here and there. All these aspects, intellectual aspects, and also what we normally call the internal, or in the general language what they refer to as spiritual development. that part of personality also should be taken care of. So for that, these weekend classes, every weekend 2 to 3 hours, the students of different age group will come together and they will playfully understand and inculcate these values in life and be more equipped to face the life. Now Bhagyanagar or Hyderabad is starting such weekend classes very soon. Is a very welcome development, and we give our best wishes to them. And Akshara Samagra Vikas Kendra, formed by Narendra Reddy ji with a philanthropic mind and with a complete dedication to serve the Sanatana Dharma and society, will be a very good development in the modern life. And I hope that this seed which is being sown in Hyderabad sprouts and takes roots, and other cities also all over the world take motivation and inspiration from Akshara and start different such efforts all over the world.
Akshara Samagra Vikas Kendra is for the parents who have children between the age of 6 to 14.
What I was trying to explain is more of the language learning should happen through storytelling only, right? In the initial stages of learning, the child should be made to listen to more and more stories, starting from the mother language, right? The so-called the mother tongue of the child, and expand it to various other languages. The first adoption should be after mother language, it has to be Sanskrit. Then we have to have definitely in English. So that way, through stories, they will know more about the vocabulary and about how the stories get formed, right? So that kind of visualization will happen, and that will make the kids more creative. So such experiments are happening in various educational experiments, such as the alternative schooling, the so-called alternative schooling, and I would say the alternative schooling should be called as more of an open schooling, the Mukta Shiksha jo bolte hai. So that kind of education is currently being done in two places. Of course, the Gurukula pedagogy of education is this only. But since all the parents are not fully tuned, are not agreeable to send their children or wards to Gurukula, we have to come up with some open schooling method which serves as an interim solution.
So this is the facilitation for the local communities. So sometimes we may get experts and especially skilled teachers from outside, but most of the time we have our local team, which is part of our community, who are probably our neighbors, or teachers and volunteers from a smaller zone. So we usually know all of them, and it will be like a environment which is homely. It's not like we send somewhere else. We don't have to worry about the safety or security of the children. So we would definitely want to take care of that. That's the reason we want people and parents to participate within the community. This is a community-based development. So this is not like a tuition center or something. It's collectively designed based on the input from many experts.
And basically ఎందుకంటే యాటిట్యూడ్ ఆఫ్ పేరెంట్స్ కావచ్చు, ఆఫ్ చిల్డ్రన్ కావచ్చు, ఇప్పుడు ఏమవుతుందంటే ఇట్ బికమ్స్ టోటల్ మెటీరియలిస్టిక్ వరల్డ్ అయింది టెక్నాలజీ, అండ్ ఆ చేంజ్ని అయితే మనం ఆపలేము. అండ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఆల్సో నాట్ పాసిబుల్ టు స్టాప్ ద చేంజ్. బట్ ఆ చేంజ్లో లైవ్లీనెస్ లేదంటే ఆ వాల్యూ సిస్టమ్స్ ఇన్కల్కేట్ చేయాలి. ఎలా అంటే పీపుల్ ఇప్పుడు వాళ్ళను మేము బయటకి ఎట్లా తీసుకురావాలి ఇంటర్నెట్ నుంచి, అసలు ఏం చేయాలనేది ఇంకా మేము కూడా అందరూ అదే ఫేస్ చేస్తున్నారు ప్రాబ్లం. అంటే ఈ బాండేజెస్ లేవు. ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళినా నేను చూస్తున్నా రిలేటివ్స్లో ఓన్లీ వాళ్ళు ఒక మెకానికల్ లైఫ్ లీడ్ అవుతున్నారు, తర్వాత ఇంటర్మీడియట్, తర్వాత హాస్టల్ తర్వాత జాబు. సో వాడికి అటాచ్మెంట్స్ లేవు. సో ఈ బికమ్ ఏ మెషిన్ లాగా అవుతుంది కదా. సో మెషిన్ ఎప్పుడైనా ఫెయిల్ అవ్వచ్చు కదా. సో ఇట్ మే ఫెయిల్. సో అది డ్రాస్టిక్గా కూడా సడన్గా ఫెయిల్ అవ్వచ్చు. సో ఇర్రిపేరబుల్ అయిపోతుంది. సో దానికంటే మనం ఎలా చేయాలి అని మేము ఎప్పుడు వీ యూస్ టు డిస్కస్ దిస్. అంటే బిఫోర్ నోయింగ్ అక్షర ఆల్సో ఇది వీ వర్ డిస్కసింగ్. అయితే ఇక్కడ ఒకటి వీ కెనాట్ టోటల్ ఇగ్నోర్ ద ఎగ్జిస్టింగ్ సిస్టమ్, ఎందుకంటే మనము చేంజ్ షుడ్ బి గ్రాడ్యువల్. అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఎందుకంటే మనం నేను డైరెక్ట్ ఇది వద్దు అంటే ఒకటేమో సొసైటీ విల్ రెసిస్ట్, వి విల్ ఎలిమినేట్ ఫర్. ప్లస్ మనం క్యారీర్ కానీ ఏది కానీ చేసుకోవాలంటే టోటల్లీ సిస్టమ్ నుంచి బయటికి పోలేము. కానీ మనకు కావాల్సింది క్యారీర్ వద్దనొద్దు ఏమంటలేము. ఓన్లీ థింగ్ ఈజ్ అంటే హ్యూమన్ బీయింగ్ కావాలి. ఉన్న వాల్యూ సిస్టమ్స్ ఉంటే మిగతా వాడు సైన్స్ నేర్చుకునేయండి, ఇంజనీర్ కానీ డాక్టర్ అయినా ఏదైనా కూడా.
Akshara will provide an orientation program for the parents to start with, and also the parents will be given an opportunity to upgrade their understanding, also cooperation to follow up this at home. So we will usually have once in a month or twice in a month as the opportunity arises for enhancing the skills of the parent also. Child growth is definitely important, but without parents' involvement, it will be handicapped.